Welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Raising Asia. This is another one of those dance competition young girl reality. In this case, they call it a docu-soap. Somewhere, I don't know if I saw it on Disney Plus or in IMDb, where it called it a docu-soap. I've never heard anybody use that term before, but that is highly appropriate for this show. Reality TV is fake, and I hate it so much. I hate it so much, especially when they really try hard to amp up the drama more than the reality. Reality is boring for the most part. You put an 8-year-old on a stage and have her dance, and just like, hey, she danced. It's not exciting. That's not interesting. And you want to have the family drama, the family conflict. Asia is raised by Christy, and why is her dad not even listed in IMDb? Why is Christy not even listed in IMDb? Either way, mom and dad, both alphas in their own terms. He's a bodybuilder. She's a fitness model. So they're both gorgeous, raising two beautiful little girls. Asia, who is 8 at the time of this filming. This is shot this was released in 2014, so it was probably filmed in 2013, because I also did check. She was born in 2005, and so it makes her about 20 now. But again, just to be clear, Asia is immensely talented. She is definitely beautiful, and she knows how to play the drama angles real well. Because that's what reality shows are. It's fake drama. Because, again, it makes it more interesting. Nobody wants to just watch a girl just go up there and do her dance and then it's over. That is a documentary, or at least it's something you shot in your camcorder or your phone today and just went, hey, well, cool. Okay, then we'll never watch this again. That's what a reality show would be without the drama. And what we get in the drama is mostly between mom and dad, and then mom and the choreographer is Anthony Burrell, you've seen him in a bunch of stuff. If you've watched any of these dance competition things, more than likely he's been on Dancing with the Stars. If he hasn't, I don't know why, but I recognize him, and I don't know from where. Probably from the other Dance Moms stuff, and yes, she used to be on Dance Moms prior to this, and whatever Abby show was on there that's been created. I haven't watched all of them yet. I think I have one more set in Miami. Anyway, Asia, talented, lovely, and she's got confidence out the wazoo, and she has a little bit of an attitude. Again, hopefully that is just an exaggeration of her character, just done for television. At 8, at almost any age, especially as a teenager, a kid with confidence is a good thing. A kid with attitude is obnoxious. Just usually the way it is. It comes off kind of ugly. But she knows what she can do. She's confident in her abilities, and so is mom. But she's also tiger momming this the whole way. She's like, oh, she can't wear that outfit because she might trip over it, and Anthony, the choreographer, is like, no, she's fine. She's gonna be good. So again, the show would be 5 minutes long if there was no contrived drama. Meanwhile, the B story is dad having to go from bodybuilder to babysitter as Asia's little sister, Bella Blue. Yes, their last name is Ray, so Bella Blue Ray is that child's name, who is now apparently probably 18 by this point. She's not even listed. I don't know. Again, reality shows, I don't know how they list people, but definitely Asia is the star of this, but everybody else gets to create the drama. The sweet little Bella, she spends lots of time with her daddy, and daddy's attitude is like, I love spending time with Bella, but I think Christy, my wife, needs to spend more time with her and not obsess so much over Asia. And Asia is like, they're just butting heads. To a degree of that, there's not like, it doesn't seem like they're, oh my gosh, they're they're on the edge, and it's gonna all fall apart, and it's gonna drive Asia to perform more poorly. I'm sure that comes in later episodes. It's only one season. It's, like I said, 2014. There are 13 episodes. It's one half season, or at least basic cable full season, and it is the reality show. Uh, so the good choice, I should say, at least for visibility, is for this first episode, is to show this 8-year-old child in a somewhat risque situation. They decide they're going to go with something where she is a lion tamer. She wears a cute little outfit and has a whip. And they have to hire background dancers. She's very happy about getting background dancers, and they are all grown men. She has one condition: make sure they have six-pack abs, and they do. And they are men. And they are dressed, eventually, as we see in the final dance performance, which almost doesn't happen. They're wearing like fur to be like lions, and they are basically shirtless, and they're reaching for her, and oh, they're gonna get her. And she's got a whip, but she's got it under control, and she's dancing, and eventually blood is involved because they're striking it around on their arms or something at the end. I don't know. All I know is that they're really good with it, even though Mom can't stop fighting with Anthony about certain details. The inappropriateness of this performance does not come into play until they actually get to the venue at the Los Angeles Convention Center, which I've been to way too many times, or never enough. I like going there. But it's the world of dance competition where all sorts of people do different ages and different groups and different styles, hip-hop, everything. Is where people go to show off their skills, and she's performing there. She's a known quantity, but she wants to be bigger. They see her as the next Beyonce, the next just superstar in every way. She has gone on to become an actress, and now that she's like 20 or so, she's gone on to be an actress, and she's been in a handful of stuff that you might recognize. I'm not going to look right now, but she's grown up. But back then, this is her training, this is her proving ground, and she's going to show up on that stage. And only when they get to the stage and the producers see what she's going to do, they're like, this is a little inappropriate. There's a child dancing on stage with grown men, not touching her, but groping into the air at her, and she's got a whip that keeps them under control as she performs. It doesn't have a great visual, and there's also music there, like, this music seems to be inappropriate lyrically. And, like, I guess a manager or some sort of person helps to decide to see if they can get a version with no lyrics to make it work. I don't know if that ever happened. I can't remember if there were lyrics or not. It was just, yeah, she performs it. Oh, by the way, also her, like, manager type of guy, the guy who's kind of her guide, I don't remember his name, but he's right there in this picture I'm looking at. He was in Fame. I don't know if it's the movie or the TV series, but he was a heartthrob, and he danced his heart out back in the 70s or 80s. And yeah, so he's got the experience, he's got the chops, and he's protected. And even he's a little bit like, this might be a little age inappropriate for Asia. And of course, this seems like nobody knows about this except for Mom and the choreographer until the day. They don't even get the cage they're going to perform with until they're at the venue, which seems strange. I don't know. Maybe I would think you would at least have an idea of what you'd be working with beyond just a scaffolding stage in the middle of the South Hall of LA Convention Center. I don't know. Just saying. But yeah. Eventually it works out, but the drama that builds up to it, and possibly is she going to be pulled from the competition, it's contrived drama. Even if it was really that situation, that she was really going to be kicked out of it for the inappropriateness of the performance, it's discussions and arguments, and I want to do it, Mom, and like, I gotta do it, and these kind of things. She pulls it off. She's a confident strong-willed young woman, but also a child in this moment. She's a grown woman now, but she's a child in this, and I am no prude. I am certainly no Puritan when it comes to any of these things, but I don't know. It just seemed strange. But it's certainly the kind of episode you start with in a series where it will draw eyes, especially if you run the ads and like, oh my gosh, is she gonna do that? Oh, I gotta watch this and see how it all works out. And maybe you'll watch all 13 episodes, and maybe they'll get a second season. They didn't. You never know, because at some point, children dancing whilst being screamed at by a woman was popular television in the aughts and the early 2010s. So I don't know if they still make this kind of show anymore, but okay. I've talked way too much about this. I've talked more than I ever want to talk about these types of shows. Again, nothing against Asia or her family. I know there's a certain attitude or tone that you need to exemplify when you're like a Hollywood family or an LA family with wealth and prestige and beauty and celebrity. I get that. And it's hanging on the shoulders of an 8-year-old. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go on to tomorrow's episode, which I have already picked. It is Sunday, so it is possibly the last of our Disneyland 70th anniversary series. Last week we did the Princess concert, which is only 11 minutes long. And previous to that, we've been doing all the walkthrough point of view videos that Disney Plus released on July 17th, 2025 to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Disneyland resort in Anaheim, California, which is fantastic. This time, though, we're not doing any of those things. We're doing an actual documentary. Yes, I'm sorry, it's 3 documentaries in a row at least at this point. But we have way too many documentaries we got to get through before the end of this whole series next year. I'm running out of stuff, believe it or not. Disney's not keeping up with me. I do something every day. So in this one, it's actually a documentary about Disneyland and its 70 years. And it's full of faces you will know from all aspects of the Disney park, with Disney World, but creators, film creators, performers, people who contributed to the rides, the creation of the rides, and the whole experience, not the least of which is Walt. He, I'm sure, appears in it, but no interviews. He is not around anymore. So I say tomorrow, let's do our final celebration, unless Disney Plus adds more 70th anniversary stuff. We'll find out. I'll have to check next week. But tomorrow, the happiest place on Earth. Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration, something like that. But it's the happiest place on Earth. That's what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.